Hi, I'm Melissa Homner, Functional Medicine Health Practitioner and Lead Coach at Sagebrush Wellness. I'm so happy to have you join me in this class. We're going to be talking about how to combat autoimmune challenges naturally. So I'd like to just quickly tell you a little bit about myself and about my team. So my team and I specialize in disease resolution. Yes, you heard that right, resolution. We provide solutions to clients who are suffering from chronic and autoimmune conditions. So one of the things that makes us really special is that each of the coaches on our team have overcome their own autoimmune diseases. Because of that, we coach, not only from extensive specialized training, but from experience, right? I know what it feels like to be devastated with a heavy diagnosis and not given any hope of recovery. We all also know what it feels like to completely regain our wellness and remain well. So the beauty of coaching is that we get to partner with our clients, lay out a plan, and walk beside them as they navigate putting it into action. Optimal health doesn't have to be complicated. So as we go through this class, I'm going to be discussing some things that you possibly have heard before. Possibly they're brand new. Possibly they look really big, right? But please feel free to contact my team and I, because our goal is to provide not a service, but a solution for autoimmune and chronic illness. So let's just dive in. We've got a lot to cover today. And see if I can get my slides to follow us here. All right, so let's talk about what is functional medicine, right? We've been hearing this word in the medical world flying around, and let's just figure out what it means. So functional medicine is often referred to as the future of healthcare, yet it is still widely unknown what sets this practice apart from the conventional healthcare provided today, right? So the main differentiating principles of functional medicine include a model of personalized care. For us, this is coaching. We get to walk beside you, create a plan that really works for you. A focus on the causes of discomfort versus the symptoms, right? We look for why. This is kind of funny. When I was growing up, I'm sure I drove my mom crazy, always asking why, because I wanted to understand how things worked. So I get to ask this now and really help find the root or the underlying causes for what's going on, right? So the third main differentiating principle is a deep-seated trust in the individual's body to self-regulate. And I've seen this time and time again with clients who come to me who are really ill, and just by helping their body self-regulate, get the triggers out of the way, get the rocks out of the road, if you would, and then allow their body to just do its own thing, they can recover. Functional medicine is revolutionizing the medical field by empowering patients to better understand imbalances in their bodies, how these imbalances affect their health, and the solutions available to support the normal healing mechanisms within their body. Above all, the functional medicine field helps redefine how we think of disease by providing a more productive framework to achieve optimal health. This is really key, because what happens is we're putting the power of wellness back into the hands of the client. So let's define what disease is. The dictionary defines disease as a condition of the living animal or plant body or of one of its parts that impairs normal functioning and is typically manifested by distinguishing signs and symptoms. The current healthcare model is disease-focused, indeed. So you feel sick. Pardon me. So you go to the doctor for a prescription to address the symptoms related to your sickness. The cough subsides and your nausea goes away and everything's good, right? This is great for short-term issues as you're able to mask your discomfort fairly quickly, and the body may truly be able to bounce back. However, for more long-term issues, this medical model fails to address the real issues of disease, the why, the deep why. Functional medicine practitioners, however, recognize that disease is the result of underlying causes, imbalances, and dysfunctions of the various bodily systems. When thinking of disease as a result of an issue rather than the issue or issues itself, treatment can be administered in a way that provides long-term relief, promotes sustainable health, and empowers the client in their individual healing process. This is what makes me so excited about getting to do this work, right? Because we're putting the power back into the client's hands. So let's talk about autoimmune disorders. This is why we're here, right? So autoimmune disorders are diseases that are a result of a dysregulated immune system. They manifest in different ways, but all behave very similarly in the sense that the immune system becomes either depressed or overwrought. As a result, body tissues begin to suffer significantly. Due to a lack of understanding of these diseases, conventional medicine works to treat the particular organs or tissues affected rather than viewing them all for what they are, a dysregulation of the immune system. Therefore, there is no unified branch of medicine for these autoimmune conditions. Instead, patients are given referrals to specialists that are trained in specific organ systems. This strategy, of course, brings clients further away from treating their body's immune system, resulting in a vicious cycle, never being able to actually turn that disease process around. Often clients that we serve who suffer from autoimmune challenges have an entire team of specialists who don't really talk to each other, and often, oh, excuse me, frog in my throat. Often medications that are given are overlapping, and there's no communication between the team. So some of these specialists can include rheumatologist, endocrinologist, neurologist, nephrologist, hematologist, gastroenterologist, dermatologist, and physical therapists. While these professionals provide an immensely important service and are extremely knowledgeable in their specialty, they're not trained or equipped to address the need for truly supporting the immune system as a whole. And this is where we can really, as a coach, as a functional medicine coach team, we can really shine for you. So autoimmune disorders come in all different forms, including type 1 diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, multiple sclerosis, inflammatory bowel disease, Guillain-Barré syndrome, psoriasis, Graves' disease, Hashimoto's, vasculitis. All of these autoimmune disorders have two things in common. The immune system is not functioning properly. The second is formal diagnoses are required to receive conventional medical treatment, right? So for some people, this can be 5, 8, 10, 15 years of going to doctors and getting tests and trying to figure out what's going on, right? But fortunately, functional medicine health coaches do not have to wait for the label to begin combating the autoimmune challenges. This is where we can really make a difference for you. As functional medicine practitioners take a holistic approach to healing, we offer comprehensive health assessments and collect numerous data points in the forms of personal and family medical history. This is a big one. How did you get where you are? Genetic makeup. So we've heard so much about genes, right? That genes totally map out our life experience. So genes, yes, we get them from our mom and dad, but I want you to really hear this. Genetic activation is so huge because we get to choose by what we nourish our body with, how those genes are actually activated. So we can also do saliva testing, blood testing, nutrient profiles. This is huge. Allergy testing. This also includes food sensitivity testing. Stool analysis. This is this is a test that I use a lot for my autoimmune clients. This tells us so much. We can also do organic acids testing, hormone testing, environmental factors testing. We include mind-body elements and so much more to really get a good view of what's going on for you. All right, according to functional medicine, the most common root causes, they are excess inflammation. This is really big across the board. A weakened microbiome, intestinal permeability, chronic infections, oxidative stress, parasitic infections, food sensitivities, exposure to toxins. With these identified, it's easier to assemble an approach to combat these challenges naturally and holistically, rather than just temporarily masking the symptoms. Various strategies functional medicine practitioners use to battle autoimmune disease processes include addressing inflammation, dietary changes, gut healing protocols. This is really big. Supplementation as needed. We like to do what we can with food choices, right? Food is medicine. Detoxification, physical activity, stress management. This is a big piece. Relaxation techniques, and many more. We have a really complete toolbox to help you get better, truly better. To best be prepared to combat autoimmune complications, it is important to understand the role of inflammation in the body. This is a big base, a base layer piece for autoimmune. So inflammation is a vital immune response, right? It is the body's attempt to defend itself against pathogens, heal from energy, and repair damaged tissue. We need it. It's part of our body's protective system. Chronic inflammation, however, can worsen the body's ability to recognize foreign invaders and put your body on high alert for prolonged periods of time. This can cause lasting damage and an autoimmune response. Inflammation can be caused by a number of things, many overlapping with the factors that cause autoimmune issues. So up next, we'll be discussing different ways to address inflammation of the body and in turn combat the common challenges associated with autoimmune disorders. Okay, let's start in. I'm really going to be giving you some good practical tools and hopefully help you understand what it takes to turn around an autoimmune condition. The gut microbiome is an ecosystem of organisms, including bacteria, yeast, excuse me, fungi, viruses, and protozoan throughout the digestive tract. Most importantly, it is home to 80% of our immune system, right? An imbalance in gut bacteria or increased permeability of the intestinal walls, also known as leaky gut, is both known primary causes, if not a prerequisite, to the development of autoimmune conditions. These issues contribute to inflammation and in turn, the worsening of autoimmune responses. Thanks to Dr. Jeffrey Bland and his colleagues at the Functional Medicine Institute, excuse me, the 4R program was developed, which provides an effective and complete way to address and treat gastrointestinal dysfunctions while achieving optimal health and digestion. The first step is to remove possible irritants, including inflammatory foods, toxins, and low-grade infections. There are many ways to recognize the culprits of your dysfunction. So food allergies or food sensitivities. So food allergies are generally tested by using a skin or blood test. Food sensitivities are best identified by taking part in a comprehensive elimination diet. Another way to do it is to use the KBMO finger prick blood test. It is an at-home specimen collection kit that is shipped to your home and shipped right back to the lab where it will be analyzed and results will be shipped to you. This is a really good basic test. It is recommended to avoid common gastric irritants, including coffee, alcohol, and non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, which ibuprofen is probably the most commonly known of those. So NSAIDs. NSAIDs are a group of over-the-counter drugs that can just pulverize the gut microbiome. We also use stool analysis to uncover potential infections caused by parasites, yeast, or bacteria. This is a big one. We can also test for heavy metal levels in the body. This can be done by blood, urine, or hair and nail analysis. Once you're made aware of the things irritating your body's natural digestion, you can begin gradually removing them to allow your body to regain its natural rhythm. We can guarantee that you will already begin feeling the difference after completing step 1. This is classic rapid relief. In some cases, just removing the food that is irritating the body can facilitate sustainable remission. Once you are confident that the antagonizing foods are no longer part of your diet, infections are identified, and various toxins are removed, it's time for step 2, replace. So step 2 refers to replacing the factors needed to optimize your digestion, such as digestive enzymes, essential fiber, vitamins, minerals, and acids. Digestive enzymes are often found in a pill form and work to enhance digestion, nutrient absorption, and intestinal repair. So just to take this a step further, in our investigative process, we really want to understand why your body is not producing its own digestive enzymes, right? So we can dig deep into this. Your nutrient needs are determined by lab testing and provide you with personalized results regarding any vitamin and mineral excess or deficiency. And I want you to hear this. We can certainly have vitamin or mineral excess, and those can be quite detrimental if not caught. So these imbalances can be addressed by diet change or supplementation. Step 3 is all about restoring the balance of your gut bacteria. A proper balance of a healthy bacterial flora in the gut is critical for immune activity. Remember, we were talking about 80% of your immune system lives in your gut, right? Mood stability. This is huge, huge, huge. I've seen people who have been able to totally reverse their need for anxiety medication doing this process. Weight management. If your body is actually able to break down the food and use it, you won't be having these crazy food cravings, and your body's able to come to a natural balanced weight. Disease prevention. This is huge. And communicating bodily changes. A way to repopulate the much needed healthy bacteria is by including probiotics and prebiotics in your diet. Up next, we'll be discussing the differences between prebiotics and probiotics, as well as common foods you can use in your diet to reap the benefits of reinoculating the gut microbiome. So, probiotics are live bacteria found in foods such as yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, tempeh, miso, kimchi, and kombucha. All right, I just want to stop here and say, so yogurt, kefir, these are pretty good usually, but a lot of autoimmune inflammation can be triggered by dairy. So we have to really make sure that the gut is in a really great place before we start trying to introduce some of these things. So these foods promote a healthy balance of bacteria throughout the digestive tract and aid in the battle against many gut-related chronic illnesses. I want to just pop in here that having good stomach acid secretion is also a huge key. It's like the gateway. It's the gatekeeper for your healthy gut microbiome. Depending on what we discovered as pathogenic in your gut microbiome, it will help guide what probiotics we use to include in your supplementation. But just choosing a nutrient-rich diet that doesn't include foods that trigger inflammation in your body is the biggest step towards normalizing gut bacteria. So prebiotics, they are a type of plant fiber and act as food or fertilizer for the probiotic bacteria. In short, prebiotics are needed to help probiotics stay alive and thrive within your system. Prebiotics can be found in many different foods such as artichokes, garlic, onion, asparagus, apples, and legumes. It can also be found in wheat, but I would not recommend using wheat in anyone's diet who has autoimmune responses going on. It is not going to be helpful. The last and most important step of your gut's restoration is repair, right? Chronic inflammation and stress can severely compromise the lining of the gut. When not addressed, this leads to further autoimmune challenges and nutrient deficiencies. I could give you a 3-hour class on this, but just know that this is really important. Eating foods high in zinc, L-glutamine, vitamins A, D, and C, fatty acids, and antioxidants support the immune functioning and restoration of your gut. Sometimes L-glutamine is not the best choice for those who struggle with anxiety or significant hormone imbalances until the body is stabilized. Up next, we will be spotlighting how some of the most important nutrients aid in combating autoimmune challenges. A few of the most important nutrients for those suffering from autoimmune issues include vitamin D3. Most immune cells have vitamin D receptors that can help adjust the balance of the immune response, right? So, additionally, vitamin D can activate over 1,000 genes in the body. It is important to remember that vitamin D also needs K2, as well as vitamin A as sister nutrients to truly support the immune system. Zinc. Let's talk about zinc. It's so simple, but we need it. Zinc helps support the thymus glands and the inflammation-regulating cells. Proper zinc levels play a huge role in coordinating the immune system's inflammation reactions, particularly in the gut. Glutathione. Glutathione is a powerful antioxidant that especially promotes healthy detoxification of many of the irritants that breed inflammation. It also protects the body from oxidative stress and immune dysfunction. This is one to use with a bit of caution and always begin low and slow, allowing time for the body to give feedback. Because it is a powerful antioxidant, the body can get overwhelmed if too much is introduced at once. As always, low and slow beginning is best. Omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. It is important to have a proper balance of both omega-3 and omega-6 to allow for a balanced inflammation response. If you don't know what forms of these supplements you need or how much you should take, please book some time in my calendar and we can go over what will serve you best. Autoimmune complications develop over a period of time, right? So just in that same way, the healing process is not completed overnight. Really hear this. As you begin to uncover the causes and make the appropriate lifestyle changes, it is important to implement dietary adjustments to ensure you are able to sustain your optimal health. And be patient with your body. It takes time to heal. For example, if foods such as gluten or dairy or sugar are found to be causes of your inflammation, these may need to be permanently kept out of your long-term eating habits. However, if once you have combated the inflammation and strengthening your immune response, your body may react very differently to some foods that were once bothersome. Unfortunately, I can't give you a specific diet plan as everyone's needs are incredibly different, but a comprehensive elimination diet can uncover your body's needs, intolerances, and reactions to certain foods. It is imperative to remain on the elimination diet for at least 21 days and work to repair your gut before beginning to reintroduce possible food irritants. Let's talk about toxins real quick. We are exposed to so many toxins on a daily basis, whether it's pesticides on our food, pollutants in the air, water contamination, or the chemicals in our household products, or for gals, in our makeup. Our bodies are absorbing, breathing, and ingesting these toxins constantly. In order to reduce this toxic buildup, you must prevent exposure and detoxify regularly. Prevention methods include water filters, an air purification system, organic non-GMO foods, toxic-free household items, and toxic-free personal products. Detoxification methods include proper nutrition, ample hydration, fasting. This is something that is really useful, but if you have a diabetes situation going on, there's some prep work to do before you can start using this tool. Sweating, exercising, all of these are really, really good ways to allow your body to detoxify. Stress and disease go hand in hand. When stress is not managed properly or at all, the body takes the load, becomes inflamed, and often develops or worsens autoimmune conditions. Everyone manages their stress differently, but some ideas to help you are deep breathing exercises, movement, just general movement, yoga, massage, meditation, creating art, spending time with I can't get that word out. Spending time with loved ones, and especially if you have furry friends, if you have pets that you love to spend time with, going outdoors. These are all really easy, great ways to manage stress. So we've reached the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for taking time to experience combat autoimmune challenges naturally. We are so passionate about sharing this topic with people who are eager to transform their lives and finally achieve optimal health. If you have any further questions, please post them below or contact me at sagebrushwellness@gmail.com. My team and I are here to support you. Please share the most valuable piece of information you've learned from Combat Autoimmune Challenges Naturally. I would love to hear it. I also would love to hear any questions that you have. Also, if you feel like you need support on this journey, don't hesitate to ask for help. This is what we're here for. This is what we do every day, and this is what we're really good at. So the best way to reach me is by email at sagebrushwellness, just like it sounds, @gmail.com. I hope this presentation exceeded your expectations and that you feel well equipped with knowledge, resources, and tools to finally combat your autoimmune challenges. Have a wonderful day.